Hey everybody, well folks here. Want to do this week's question and answers. It's going into basically week 7. Hard to believe I've been doing this for 7 weeks. Some pretty cool stuff kind of coming down the pipe in the game, obviously. But I want to get to your questions and just kind of go from there. Somebody asked me, what's my favorite hero and why? And when I perused all my different heroes and I started going through everybody and really trying to figure out, how do I vote that? Do I vote like Vortex, who is, ungodly power in his ability to destroy teams, or Zoe, who's risen from the ashes and become a pretty phenomenal DPS team destroyer too, or Haley, who they finally fixed and is now great in the arena. There's so many options. And I was really kind of going, okay, who do I want to pick? Who do I want to pick? Who do I want to pick? And in the end, it came down to Kaiser for me. Kaiser is a free tank. He grows over time. He is a really great free tank that can last the entire game. Between him and Chavez, when you look at the concept of free guys, they're pretty powerful. Don't get me wrong, I've got a little video that kind of talks about everybody as a tank. I need to update it with some of the newer ones. But, for what he does and the ability to get him, he's an amazing hero. And I love him. I love the animation. I love his skills. I love the taunt. I love the heals. I love how he can solo tank a lot of teams where other tanks kind of fall apart. So, is he necessarily the greatest? No, but he is a great tank. And I've always loved just kind of the monkey. Probably second best would have been Pearl. I just love Pearl. In fact, I run her avatar for my hero, but that's just me. So that is my favorite heroes. Someone says, "How does Awaken works?" And they talked about York and the Lone Dog. So we're gonna go to York. Find York. Where's my York at? All right. So York's skill. He's awoken on my other server, but not here. Single power basically increases the damage for all the Lone Dog ones. So what happens is what did he do that for? All of these heroes here on this list get his bonus. No one else gets that bonus. Just people that are Lone Dogs when he's on a team with them. So if they're not on a team with him, they don't get it. But when he's on the team, that's when they get it. So I'm going to pick a different hero here, and I'll kind of show you what works well. So we go to my marksman, we go to West. West is awoken. He has the Kung Fu World. It reduces armor, or penetrates the armor by 144 for everybody on the Kung Fu team. So the Kung Fu team is a pretty powerful team. And so you can build some pretty amazing teams with these guys, Chavez and Smoke and all these, and do really well. And, you're going to destroy through armor as a team. And so, especially if you run the Wings of Origin item. So that's what it means to do an Awakening. We'll go to Jolie, who I'm currently working on. This bad boy will be flashing, when it wakes, when you hit orange, we call it. And so at that point you can then do it. That varies by levels. Everybody gets to orange differently. So like Sue, she's right there as soon as I get her to orange, which, I would use my skill, so I don't want to use that. So about Awaken here. So here, well, let's watch this. We'll do this. So I'm almost done with this. Boop, boop, boop. There's a little freebie Awakening video. Sweep times 3. So... When the world hits your eye like a big piece of pie, that's more. Alright, here we go. Should be done. Two more. And uno más. Come on. There it is. Alright. So at this point, I go back, and now everything here can be sent. I click sent. And now it equips it, and woo, now we complete this, and then I have to get 2 wins with Jolie. So I'm going to stop right there because I want to do an actual video on that part. So that's how you'd awaken, and then at that point, when you look at Jolie's skills, obviously this comes available. So that's kind of how that works. Is there a good strategy on some of these other stages with, you know, Thanos and Saizo, you know, getting these awakening things that you have to have for that second stage? And the answer is no. I really ran into issues. I have another server that I haven't logged on in a month, and I just get tired of trying to get Saizo tokens. I'd attack everybody I could. I'd hold the mine when I could. I mean, we're talking months of just doing this. Otherwise, the only other option is to spend gems in the store. And that's pretty much about it. That's what I kind of did on Saizo here. I dropped a lot of gems to finally awaken him so I could do a video on him. I mean, their unlocking of a legendary is just painful. Completely painful. And there's no other good strategy. You can move to the fringes of a... let me just check them out. Sure, here. Boop, doop, doop. World map. You can move to a fringe area up here. And a lot of times you'll see a lot of castles sitting around, you know, up here that you could attack and destroy, usually with no worries of a war. But, yeah, it's just not good. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention. I'm fighting people. Oh, I'm about to die. That's funny. That team's pretty strong. This team, we need to retreat. Wasn't paying attention. So, anyways, I'm fighting a bunch of guys there. I'm gonna speed it up. Sorry. Joys of watching a video and fighting a war at the same time. Anyways, best Beast Souls for gears. I'm actually going to do a Beast Souls video on people, kind of like I did with the equipment items. But I'll go ahead and throw a freebie out here. So when you're looking at a hero and you're like, man, who should I pick? You know, or what should I pick for them? A few things of note. It really matters what you have. So like when you look at my choices, some of these I have both, and some of these I only have one. I only got one. And so, you know, I've got both here. That kind of limits your choices. So, understanding what each one does, obviously Griffin Ward is a pure AD. As you get hit, you gain 70 AD up to 5 times, 350 AD. You get a base critical strike and damage up there. Basic attack conversion rate goes up by 5% per level. The actual amount of damage done basically goes up also. So you're getting this bonus of 5%, you know, which is a lot. If I look at on Zoe, which her items I picked are not really great items, they're just what I had at the time, and I don't feel like spending again to do it. You know, she's getting attack damage, ability power, and the same crit strike damage. So the ability power on her is kind of wasted, but who cares? What I do like about this, though, is it lowers the damage she receives in negative states by 20%. But she doesn't get a lot of negative states. She's just getting hit. So, I mean, when she gets stunned by a vortex rolling through or something else, it is nice because it drops it by 40%. But that's okay. And then finally, increases crit strike damage and rate for skill damage, which is almost 5%. And I kind of like that on her, and I'm getting way ahead of myself. But so that's kind of how it works. You know, if you don't have a full set, do what I've done with like Sebastian here. I have 2 of each, so that I get that initial bonus from each one. So I'm getting 318 power there. I'm getting more ability power plus hit points because the sets don't really do any good for him. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. I run Chavez with a stone skin. In fact, if I looked at his talent tier and I click on it, you'll notice I haven't upgraded it yet, but I'm continuing to work on it. I'm trying to decide if I want to go all the way to 7 right now or focus on one of my other tanks that uses stone skin. But so currently, you know, he's got 630, next level 786. It's good for mitigation. You know, it's not going to save your bacon, but it's still going to do some damage, kind of thing. So it is one of those things. Pardon me for a moment. Will I do this? No, I lost. Healing Springs. Healing Springs. I'm in war. I have to fight. I need to send my team back. The deck. Put on your happy face. That team I'm really playing around with. All right, back to the question and answer. I really should just pause this. What do you get from sending 999 flowers? Basically, you get crap. A purple soul component, either a gold ship or the flower ship or the flower castle. I really find the $9.99 totally worthless. So either this bad boy here or the flower castle here. Sometimes both. I don't find it to be worth it. I always send 99 at a time. That's my best thing. You know, the question was, if I have 8,000 diamonds and I spend them, do I need to recharge to gain VIP 10? Yes. The way it is when you spend them, you don't get them. Their recharge is when you buy them. So I'm buying gem. That's how I recharge them. It just doesn't translate well from what they're wanting to say. Let me see. Armor pin. I did a little discussion on that. You know, in Magic Resist, it's the same thing. If you've got a flat 10%, guy's got 1,000 armor resist, you took off 100. But if you've got 150, like on the Kung Fu, you know, 150 armor penetration, it's 855 or 850 instead of, you know, the 900 that you got from the 10%. Now, if you have a 10% and 150, then it actually works out either way by about 5 points, whether they take off the 10% and then the armor resist or armor reduction, or if they just take off the armor reduction and then take off the 150. So it all kind of works out real close to the same amount. It doesn't really matter. Don't forget, obviously a new legendary is on the way. It's an AD one. Really looking forward to see how that is. They've been doing a lot of work on some of the heroes. Panders has gotten a lot of love. I'm working on, just gold started him yesterday. He's low level. He's on my list to raise. So I'm kind of working on it. I'll let you know how that works out. There's an arena mystery guy. After level 80, you know, beat him when you can. It's free gems, free stuff for the arena. I mean, I can't complain. And so it's kind of cool. They are working on also getting the fix done for the carrier. Carrier is currently closed, but this will be a new way to move your allies to battle. So we'll have to see how that goes. So if you got any questions for next week, let me know. Feel free to leave them. I hope you all have a great one, and I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget the video for Monday for the free gift card to iTunes. All you got to do is like the video. Hopefully you've liked the channel, and comment on your server for a chance to win. Talk to y'all later.